Hi everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I'm going to do my new moon in Capricorn reading for, which is today, January 12th, 2021. And technically for me, the new moon is at midnight this evening, so it's actually the 13th. So depending on where you're at, when the new moon energy will hit. So we are kind of in the new moon energy right now, new moon in Capricorn. So we're going to tap in with the fairies and connect to this new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn, of course, is my connection to Saint Nicholas for the obvious reasons, right? Because he's, you know, he comes in the sign of Capricorn. So, and not just Saint Nicholas, as we know, Jesus energy, not to exclude the reason for the season, right? So the whole thing, you know, is why it's so important to me, and so I definitely want to connect with this new moon energy in Capricorn and see what special messages it holds for us at this time. So I have my spread here and I'm going to be following it. I may add one or two, I'm not sure yet, and see what comes. So the energies around us entering this new moon. What is the energy around us entering this new moon? And I'm just going to shuffle for each one versus shuffling and cutting. What energy is around us in this new moon? And I'll know it when I see it. And it is fairy lovers. It says new love, courtship, romance, falling in love. 46. So this is the energy around us. So romance, partnership, love. And if you're not resonating with that in regards to relationship, this can be loving yourself. This can be falling in love with life, you know, falling in love with a hobby or something that you enjoy doing. Doesn't always have to be romance. But this is falling in love and creating. This is, you know, romance. We fall in love with a partner and we create, right? There is that sacral chakra energy. So it's falling in love with something that you can interact with and create or co-create with spirit. So let me put it that way. So whatever that is for you and whatever way that comes up for you, that is the energy that is around us right now as we enter into this moon. The energy that's important for us. Telling what this moon will bring. And it's shimmer, glamour, confidence, allure, and charisma. So for me, this is confidence. Meaning that's what stuck out to me. You know, it can be healing, you know, and a feeling of wanting to be more glamorous, wanting to have an allure and charisma. But for me, I feel like in the aspect of healing, this is talking about being confident. Perhaps being confident in regards to relationship, being confident in your abilities to interact with a medium, I'll put it that way, that's the way they're saying it, and co-creating with spirit. So the medium would be your partner, would be a hobby or something artistic or something that you like to do, you know, and co-create with spirit. Create something out of that thing that you connect to, that you love, that is gives you the ability to create. So if you're an artist, it would be, you know, your inner vision and your tools, right? If you're a skater, it would be your skates and the performance that you put together and the practice that you put into it. So that it's where you meet that thing that you love and you're able to mix with it and to create out of it. Again, it's not always about a romantic partner. It very well could be, and it could be for some people both, but it's to heal that inability to feel confident enough to connect with that thing or person to be able to create with it, okay? Or co-create with it, with spirit. Do I have what it takes is what I'm hearing, to be able to do that. So you may feel inferior, you may feel insecure, but I'm hearing, do I have what it takes? So it's that inner voice that says to you all the time, am I good enough? Do I have what it takes to be a, you know, famous ice skater, or to be a famous artist, or you know, to be a famous writer or whatever, you know, whatever it is, or to be in this relationship. It's that voice inside. And so Spirit is here to help us heal that inner voice. What is hidden in this moon? What is hidden at this time in this dark phase of the moon? What is hidden from us? What is this moon kind of wanting us to know that is hidden? So it's this one. And it's follow me, come. This is your invitation to enter the realm of fairy. So what is hidden at this time is some sort of invitation, some sort of opening. It could be opening into a next phase, being invited into something that is going to support this energy here. So there's something that you're not yet seeing in regards to this first card and your own confidence in regards to this first energy, that there is an invitation to come. It says come. So the come here, the invitation, the inviting, the help, the support. It feels like helpful support. It's like so for instance, if you wanted to be an artist and you were kind of lost at that, there may be somebody around you that is good at it and they invite you to learn. Or there could be a gallery and you get an invitation in the mail to go to a gallery and it just kind of opens a door. There's an invitation that kind of comes to you that will open a door, that's the next one in this, what door is going to open, that will open a door to bring more of that connection in, to bring more of that confidence in regards to whatever this is. If it's a relationship, an invitation from that person, or an arrangement from Spirit to kind of open energies between you. So there is an inviting kind of come towards me energy that is hidden from you right now. So something may not be stepping forward in that come towards me energy, but is kind of hidden, which means if it's hidden, it is actually there. You're just not yet seeing it. Okay. What door will this moon open? Beauty's truth. Beauty, physical pleasure, sensuality. So I feel like engaging in whatever this is that you want to connect with and interact with to create. The pleasure you get from that interaction is the door that this is going to open. So again, if it's a relationship, it's that physical touch, right? Is that pleasure of being in that person's presence. It doesn't have to be sex. It can be just being adored by that person, or adoring that person, or enjoying each other. If it's art, it is, to be able to really get that pleasure out of, creating that, or creating the, really looking at the truth of the beauty that you created and really feeling into it. If it is something like, ice skating, it's really feeling the physical pleasure of the act. Okay, so it's feeling the physical pleasure of the act of whatever this is you're interacting in, whatever it is you're interacting with, that you love, that allows you to co-create, that allows you to create pleasure in your life. And again, it doesn't always have to be a relationship. But that's the door, beauty's truth. And, that goes with the confidence. It's the truth of who you are. You are good enough to be able to do that. You do have what it takes. So you're going to see you're going to see the truth of yourself as well. What is the best seed of energy to plant at this new moon? Gatekeeper, fairy time shifts, dimensional slips. So I think this is weird because this came up, I think, in my Yummy Yai reading. Same kind of placement. Like, what does she want us to work on or something? It was something about this. My Yamai reading. It's weird. Because I remember saying it felt like if you were not versed in time travel, I mean, we can plant the seed to be able to shift time, to connect into a dimensional slip, and to get into fairy time, right? And I see a door here that is closed. So it can be to open the door to this. You can plant a seed to open the door to the beauty's truth of who you are, the physical pleasure of the relationship, the artistic ability that you have, or something that you want to create, allowing those doors to open. Also, this to me is about time, because we're talking about time shifts, dimensional slips. Not everybody feels like they have the ability to, time travel, right? So if that's the case, this is to plant the seed of cleansing any regrets you have over wasting time, or feeling like you didn't have enough time with somebody, or any regrets over past or present, or past or future, feeling frustrated because things aren't moving fast enough, feeling regretful because you didn't have enough time, or you didn't spend your time wisely. It's to plant the seeds to remove any negative energies associated with those types of feelings around time. Is what came up in that reading, and it came up again there. But again, it could be to open this door of feeling that physically of this energy. Angels advice. Actually, before I do angels advice, I'm going to pull one for love energy for this new moon. What energy are we in actual love life, relationship, romance? Specifically, what energy is around it in this new moon? Wow, that one really wanted to talk. And it's scared to fly. The right moment, it says sensing out right timing. I say sussing out timing. So it's to wanting to make a move but afraid to. And that can have to do, if this card pertains to you in relationship, it can have to do with this invitation to come and follow me. There is like a full-on open invitation that is hidden. But again, if it's hidden, it's there, but it's not being seen, right? It's in somebody's heart, or it's in the energy of whatever it is that you want to connect with to create something in the world, right? So it's in the energies, it's there for us, but we're not yet seeing it. And in regards to romance, it is definitely right on the button here, saying just kind of not sure if it's the right time to do it. 18 is the moon card in the tarot. So it can be full moon. It can be that the timing will be right by the full moon in the next upcoming full moon, which, let's see, that would be probably early February. I'm not quite sure of the day. I'm just saying. But 18 is also about fears. It's about the unknown. It's about subconscious fears. Things are kind of up in the air. But I do feel, okay, they're giving me another message. This is sacral chakra energy. Again, going with that sense of creation. When we fall in love, we connect with a person that we can connect with to create new life, right? And so again, if this is a person, that's your sacral chakra area. If it's art, it's all sacral chakra. If it's something, it's like an inner talent that wants to come out, it's all sacral chakra. You're creating new life and co-creating with spirit to bring that new life about into the world, right? No matter how you cut it. So this is all sacral chakra, and they're telling me that those fears in the sacral chakra are being released. I see the fall scene with the moon energy of the 18 as a sacral chakra release. It's kind of stripping it down to the bare bones here, and letting go of any of these fears. So I feel like the falling leaves are the fears surrounding that sacral chakra area. And then an ability to kind of soar is the word, the ability to fly. And so that's why we want to release any fears about timing, because we can get so stuck in it's not happening. I don't have enough time. I'm too old to create. I'm too old for a relationship. I'll never find anyone at my age. And these are things that I feel like we want to go back here and we want to release these. Because we're never too old to learn. We're never too old to create the life that we want. We're never too old to be loved or love someone. We're never too old to utilize our sacral chakra and create the life we want, whether that means, with a person, or with a talent, or with a hobby, or something artistic. It's in any way where we bring new life into the world, and we bring beauty's truth. And doing all these things, we're beautifying the world. In love and relationship, we're beautifying the world. in artistic projects, we're beautifying the world. In, you know, utilizing our talents, we're beautifying the world. So we're bringing beauty in. And so that is all going together. So it's talking about timing, but for me, this is also saying there is a huge sacral chakra clearing happening, and the fears surrounding that, got having to do with time. Again, am I too old? I don't have enough time. For some people, I might be too young. I might be too inexperienced. You know, it can be that you're saying to yourself. There's something you're saying to yourself about time in connection to whatever this is that you want to connect to create something. So what the angel's advice for is with this moon. Dragon's pet. Listen to me, like, oh gosh. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companion, and guardianship. So their communication, their advice for us for this moon. I just want to sit with it a bit because, of course, this has got to do with communication, you know. Between species, you know, it can be a little bit different, you know, because species cannot talk, but we can. So we can verbalize, but they cannot. So there's a bit of an instinct and silent expression. It's to watch for silent expression. Speaking without words. Again, I've had that feeling in another reading. It's about, because, you know, animals don't talk, but they do tell us what they need, right? They have ways of showing us. Like if you train your dog, it'll go to the door and it needs to go out. And as you live with an animal, you become very acute to its needs and how it expresses itself and its own individual personality, right? So even though there's no communication, there are subtle clues. What is that? Body language is a word. Looking for body language, looking for signs and signals versus words for communication, being very, there's some reason, there's a need to be very aware of how others are interacting with us without words for some reason. So if this has got to do with relationship, it's obviously in that. So maybe reading between the lines, or, you know, reading body language, watching facial expression. And this could be something that somebody you're connected to is very sensitive to. I don't know why that's coming up. It can be too that somebody is unable to read, like autism. I think people are unable to read body language and facial expression, and so they lose the tone. They don't know how to interact, perhaps because of that. There's something with this. So it's to be aware of that. That may be a special message just for one person. It's somebody you're interacting with that may be, you know, challenging, or they may not have confidence because of that, because we said we wanted to clear confidence. Because they're not able to read, you know, facial expression or meanings of something. You know, it comes across in a different way, or they need to be communicating without words because there's a lot of miscommunication. There's something about this energy that's important for this new moon, but it's to really read signs and symbols around us, obviously. Really pay attention to spirit interacting with us with animals. So our spirit animals, watching for things that come across our path as messages. You can Google, like, you know, if you see a butterfly, you can Google that, see what does it mean spiritually. That kind of energy is coming from this too. I want to just make sure I get guardianship. Guardianship is coming up too because there's a feeling that came with it. Being protective. Not sure what they're saying with that. I'm sure it'll probably come to me after I shut the video off, but that's the messages that I'm getting from Spirit. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading. I hope you have an amazing new moon in Capricorn, and I will see you at the full moon in February. Angel blessings, oceans of love.